out from under us because we have only practiced worry, fear, and wondering what's going to happen when the bottom falls out. Instead of taking that thought captive and saying, is what I'm thinking about in this moment true, right, noble, of good repute, excellence, all of those kinds of things. And if it's not, saying, I don't think about that. God, I give you right now this thing, and I pray that you will show up, and I ask you, God, to show up. And God, I thank you for what you are doing. Now give me your peace. And if we don't have our peace, it's because we're not doing those things. And he goes on to say this, practice these things, and the God of what? Peace will be. Having just a good time. Paul was actually in prison. Now, I want you to understand something. Roman prisons aren't like what we think prisons are today, where there's 3 meals and you have everything and everything. There's order and all that kind of thing. Roman prisons were most likely some kind of hole in the ground. There was no bathroom. They probably, whatever food you did get, they probably threw down to you, and that's what you ate that day. And it probably was the leftovers or something that was old and rotten that was given to you. And the only company you had in the middle of your cell was probably a rat or some other animal that found its way right where you were. And in the middle of that, Paul could have written a letter to the church at Philippi and expressed every anxiety that he had. Let's just be honest. Being exposed to the elements and little critters that make themselves known to you in the place, I'm not there for that, okay? Food that is not even worth eating, sitting next to your waste and maybe the waste of someone else who was there before you in a hole. If anybody should have been anxious, it should have been Paul.